because you're younger than Chizzo and you've not lived as much as him, you're probably able to take a lot more risks with the money that you have in comparison to Chizzo because you've got a longer investing horizon.
What is it that you actually do? Because we spoke a bit briefly off camera about like, what you actually do and whatnot. So obviously you mentioned about being, or I mentioned rather, about being financially savvy. But what you do is a bit different to managing day-to-day finances, right? So what is it that you do? So
we have a range of clients, and they can be high net worth clients to, you know, just general people. So, but as you say, it could be Chizzo, it could be yourself. It doesn't matter about your age. It doesn't matter about how much, you know, what your portfolio looks like. But to be honest, there's a lot of people who have a lot of money or don't have a lot of money, and they want to make the most out of their money. So let's say, for example, someone's been able to save 50 grand this year, excluding their expenses. They just got 50 grand sitting in their bank account. They're turning around saying, you know what, that's just sitting in cash. Is cash the best thing for me? Is there a better place for me to put my money? You have to take into consideration, you know, the actual, what level of tax they currently pay. And you sort of form a solution with them. So it's not a transactional approach. It tends to be a lifelong relationship. So that's why we call it financial planning, because it's not just there and then, what should I do with my money? It's sort of a long-term relationship where you build towards a financial objective or a financial goal. So let's say, for example, I don't want to retire at 60, I want to retire at 50, for example. Now, what can we do to make that happen? So that's what goes into financial planning and financial advice.
So if Chizzo walked into your office and he said, I've got 60 bags, I've got all these businesses, what should I do with it? What would your first bit of advice be for him?
So I wouldn't be able to say, you know, there and then.
For sure.
So there's a lot that goes into doing a financial plan. So you probably look at, you know, what his current income is, so you ascertain, you know, what his current tax bracket is.
Bare money, which is right.
So let's say, for example, he's a higher rate taxpayer.
Yeah.
You look at
bare money Chizzo.
Where's
bare money Chizzo?
Bare money.
Everyone knows you make bare money, bro.
Cool.
Sorry, bro. You're just gonna say that aura from me. Okay, cool. No worries.
So bare money Chizzo's walked into my office and said, I've got 60 bags, I'm a higher rate taxpayer.
What, bare money Chizzo?
The name just sounds off.
Chizzo walks into my office and says, I've got 60 bags. I'm looking to, what is he looking to do? Is he looking to...
He looks to invest, make more money.
Yeah, invest to make more money. So you sort of look at his current arrangement. So let's say, for example, he might not have used his full ISA allowance. Then we'd sort of look at utilising the ISA allowance, which is £20,000. Everyone gets £20,000 to put into their ISA each year. But within that ISA, remember, it's invested. So we want to look at the type of investment that will allow you to achieve what you want to achieve based on the level of risk that you're willing and able to take. You see what I mean? So your risk level, your risk appetite will be different to your risk appetite. So I just say this, because you're younger than Chizzo and you've not lived as much as him, you're probably able to take a lot more risks with the money that you have in comparison to Chizzo, because you've got a longer investing horizon. So let's say, for example, something bad was to happen to you when you reach 60, and something bad was to happen to you when you reach 60. The market would already go up and down, up and down, up and down throughout that period. But it's more likely that, you know, it's more likely that, well, because you've got a longer investing horizon, you're able to weather the market swings, highs and lows. Is what I'm basically trying to say.
So over a longer span of time, it's a quote unquote safe.
So you've got more time to make back the money that you could potentially lose in a downturn in the market. Whereas Chizzo, let's say he's got a shorter time span because, you know,
he does.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
20 years, bro.
Yeah, I've got less than 20 years. So the risk for me is like, do I put my money here? No. That's why I said, right, to you, enjoy. Because you can afford to risk right now. But when you get to my age...
But when you say risk and you say enjoy, are you talking about... Because I'm looking at going Thailand. And Don Rep for thingy in... When is it? After Brazil. I think it's March.
Yeah.
I think it's March when it's jumpy. Yeah. I might go. I don't know, but it looks like a bad investment, bro.
No,
it looks like I'm just gonna waste bread.
Traveling is never a bad investment. To me, traveling opens your mind.
Okay.
like when you get to other places, you see things and you have that light bulb moment. You're like, I could do that. So you come back home, you get what I'm saying, and it inspires you. Traveling is never a bad investment.
Okay.
It's never ever a bad investment. You don't even know who you might bump into while you're traveling.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
Prime example. All right, cool. Venue. Bumped into my American friends. They're doing a venue. They said to me, "Oh, you can do that. Come back home." Gabs knows about venues. It's timing.
Yeah.
Before that would probably not really, you know what I mean, be like in the forefront of my mind at the time, because I always wanted one, but it wasn't a thing. But to see someone you know get one, then the other person you know over here has got one, then they're both telling you can do that. It would have never happened unless, you know what I mean.
You took the trip.
There you go.
That makes sense. So when does enjoyment become a bad investment then? Because there must be a point of diminishing returns to the point where it's like...
Enjoyment is a bad investment when you're spending money that you know you don't have. So like, everyone's got that friend who always borrows money off them. I'll pay you back.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you look on Snapchat, because that's where they always seem to post all the effery. They go on Snapchat, they post the madness, and you're like, wait, my man owes me money, but he's in Eden, balling out, living his best life.
So if you're spending your own money, it's all right. If you're not borrowing money to...
No, if you've got money that you've put towards other things, and you've still got money to play with, but you can't just be playing check to check. It's a madness. You know, it's a proper madness. You're playing check to check. Like you've blown all your money, and then you're like, I don't even know whether the petrol that I'm using to get home.
It'll never be that. It'll never be that. But you know when you see like the people you said, the people that are hemorrhaging money, that they spend it on credit cards and they're doing a madness on other people's money. You see them and it's like, you want to be so opposite to them that you're like so locked into, like, say, like for example, when I was spending money, I was spending money, bro, and it was going, and it got to a point where
you was talking shit.
100%, bro.
And I was
because it was coming in,
and I was telling you that, yo, slow down, you know.
Yeah, but it's cool. But look, the money's nice.
He was living.
I was living a good life, bro. But the money's back, bro. And I'm looking at things, and it's like, I'm 26, like you said, so I got was it invest in horizon?
You got a long invest in horizon. You were able to work you got a long invest in horizon.
There we go. So I got a longer invest in horizon, bro. So it's like, should I party? Should I do the enjoyment? Should I invest? I don't know, bro. There's no right answers, bro.
What would you say is your investment philosophy?
Continuous investment, and don't stop. Keep going. Just continue. Be consistent, because it's a really common thing that we say within the industry. It's not timing the market, it's time in the market. So that's consistently, whenever you can, just keep going at it, and eventually you will have positive returns just based on how the market works. And that's not, I can't sit here and say I'm giving financial advice, because legally, because I'm regulated and stuff like that, I can't literally say
FCA regulated.
Yeah, FCA regulated.
Gold. He's got a big wage. Do you get what
I'm trying to say? But I have to say, look, that is a saying, that is another saying. It's time in the market. It's time in the market, not time in the market. So just be consistent, you know, just keep going at it.
Today I woke up and smiled. I saw AMD, Nvidia, all of them lot. But all these companies, I swear they're crooked. They're all in the same circle, just throwing the money in the circle between each other.
Yeah, well, you saw that with Donald Trump the other day with tariffs. He imposed tariffs on all of these countries and said, you guys are going to have, like, there's going to be tariffs. But I'm sure there were people that knew that he was going to do that. The market dropped all the way down here, and then a few days later, the market rebounded. Now, there's a few people that would have known within, you know, Donald Trump's close peers that may have potentially known that was going to come, and they could have just bought at the bottom of the market, and then within a few days would have made millions, you know, depending on how much they have invested.
There's a Twitter account called Nancy Pelosi Tracker, and anytime Nancy Pelosi moves, I get a notification, and I'm just like, yep. If she sells, sell. If she buys, buy. Like right now, she's making everyone. I know it's dodgy though.
There's pages where you can actually see, you know, investors or public figures, portfolios, and how they tend to invest, and a lot of people try to follow that.
Yeah, follow the US senators.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting strategy. That's not something that I would recommend, but it's interesting. It's interesting to know.
At the moment, those tech companies like the Palantirs, the Nvidias, they've been hedging in there.
Yeah.
At the moment, they've been buying a lot of Bitcoin as well.
Yeah.
So it feels like, do you get in now and buy a lot of Bitcoin before it feels like that cycle's coming again?
Yeah.
The 2017, 2021, like it's usually around Christmas that they just dump.
Yeah.
So it feels like right now there's everyone just rushing and just hedging to Bitcoin and just wait for that day. Just be looking at your phone in the morning, the moment, every.
Yeah.
Because whoever put too much and can't get out on time, you're gonna have to wait.
Exactly.
But I think Bitcoin's gonna keep on going up no matter what. So even if you're waiting, you're gonna eventually see what you want anyway.
How many times have you heard Bitcoin's hit all-time highs?
Yeah.
See what I mean? So is it ever really a bad time to buy that?
No.
To buy any sort of asset, because all assets are going to be hitting all-time highs as time goes on. Everything's getting more expensive. So I mean, it's never a bad time to buy.